Hey guys, this is my top 10 favorite childhood shows with facts. So, at number 10, we had The Fairly Odd Parents. Its first episode date was March 30th, 2001, and is still currently airing episodes. This just basically just stays in your head when you're a kid, and I just think it's very creative and that it's just funny. It's not really, there's no plot, and I just liked it in general. When I was a kid, it's funny. Cosmo's the funniest person on I know, and it's pretty much a good show. All right, so number 9 is SpongeBob SquarePants. The first episode date is May 1st, 1999 to the present. And probably something you didn't know about SpongeBob is each character represents the 7 deadly sins. And if you want to learn more about basically what are the 7 deadly sins, just look them up on the internet. Basically, this show is for kids. It's meant for kids, but there is some innuendo that you really have to grow up to understand. And I think overall it is a funny show. You know what you got. But basically, yeah. So next we got The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Its first episode date was July 20th, 2002. It was prior to the movie that aired in 2001. The movie was a success, so they made it into a show. It ends in 2006, unfortunately. The last episodes I think recorded are the Jimmy Timmy Power Hours parts 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So basically, it's Boy Genius. If you guys remember the show, I don't know, but I picked it for number 8 because of its plot, its characters, overall story. I think it's a good story. I like how they merged Jimmy and Timmy. That was creative. It was funny the way they were fighting over Cindy and like, oh, they want to go to the dance and everything, and it was funny. And overall, it was a good show. Yep. Coming up on the list at number 7, I chose Danny Phantom. Who doesn't remember the show? Him and his ghost powers. So, aired in 2004, final episode, August 24th, 2007. Here's something that you guys probably didn't know. They said that Timmy Turner was supposed to become Danny Phantom. This is an interesting fact because they both look the same, and both shows are created by the same person, Butch Hartman. But they say this is only a speculation. This is like a theory or some fans that people have. I'm not sure like what was gonna go on in this, but it's a theory. They say Timmy can turn into Danny. His parents could be, Jack and Maddie Fenton. This couldn't work because I don't think this could work because Danny has a sister named Jazz, and Timmy does not have any sisters. He's an only child, and well, that's just a theory and speculation. But overall, it's a good show. I remember it. I hope you. Okay, guys. The next thing on my list is number 6, the Total Drama Series, 2007 to 2014. They had a lot of seasons. I pretty much just flipped over when I just saw the people getting voted off. The Island. I remember the Island, then Total Drama Action, then the World Tour, then the Revenge, and the All Stars and whatnot. But it's a funny show. It's from Canada. If you guys didn't know that. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that by now. But like, I think it's a good show and all, and that's all I really have to say about it. I just like the concept of how it works. Like yeah. And that's about it. The Total Drama was awesome while it lasted. So here at number 5, we do have Teen Titans, and first episode date was July 19th, 2003. Final episode date was January 16th, 2006. This shows basically a teenage team, doing their thing, and they're T Tower, which is their hangout. Yeah, it's their hangout. So I like this show not only because of its theme song, it's catchy as you can tell, but it was good. They had a movie. I remember fighting all their enemies, and then that one Titan, the person that I thought was gonna be a Titan, that yeah, she was bad or evil. I forgot, but it was a good show. It just didn't have it had a long run, and unfortunately it ended. The new show Teen Titans Go is basically the same thing but stupider, and it's more towards younger audiences. But here's the thing. The same voice actors who did the voices for the original Teen Titans are doing Teen Titans Go. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. But why didn't they just, if they're going to use the same voice actors, why dumb it down to a stupid show? I don't get it. They should have just kept it the way it was. Okay, guys, this is a complicated one because this is 4 shows I could not think of. So we have Drake and Josh, Ned's Declassified, Zoe 101, and iCarly. I particularly like all these shows, and they deserve their all spot on their own for their creativity. Created by one person, Dan Schneider, who of course created all these shows. And well, this is basically what I'm saying. Ned's Declassified's first episode date was September 12th, 2004. Its final episode date was June 9th, 2007. This show was basically a survival guide on how to, basically survive school, but uses comedy in a way. I find that very creative, and there was supposed to be a high school survival guide, believe it or not, but you know how Nickelodeon is. It's weird, does stuff that you wouldn't expect, but this is what we got left out of it. So, yeah. Next one we're going to talk about is Drake and Josh. So the show was about 2 stepbrothers who unfortunately moved in together, and they become brothers. So you basically know the wrap up. Drake and Josh's first episode was January 11th, 2004. Final episode date was December 5th, 2008. I learned a lot from this show, how to treat other people, how to get along with others and family, and I think this was a good way to show people how to do that. Also, with its comedy and it's just good nature, this is why all these shows are on the list for number 4. I could see what I did. 4 shows, 4th place, you know. So the next show I'm here to talk about is Zoe 101, and its first episode date was January 9th, 2005. Final episode date May 2nd, 2008. I meant January 9th, 2005 is the first episode. Final episode date is May 2nd, 2008. So this is basically PCA, Pacific Coast Academy, you know, the gang and all that stuff they did. And yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was great. While it lasted, of course, very great. I just really like, for being a guy, having it changed my mind and perspective about girls and stuff. Basically, yeah, the basics about guys, girls, relationships. It's pretty much covered about what guys can do when girls are not around and things like that. Just, yeah. And of course, last but not least, we're gonna talk about iCarly. Okay, the last one on my number 4. This is taking way too long, but it's not expected. But it's iCarly, and it's from 2007, and its final episode date was November 23rd of 2012. iCarly taught us all about how to be free, be your own person, no matter what challenges come in your way. This was a good show. It was funny. It had appearances from stars from Drake and Josh, because I know Drake Bell did a episode, I think. I forgot. Carly was I mean, Miranda Cosgrove played Megan and played Carly and from Drake and Josh and iCarly, and we had Jerry Trainer playing Spencer, also Crazy Steve from Drake and Josh. It just taught people many things, and that's all I really have to say. As you guys can see, Pokemon is number 3, 1996 Japan to the present, and of course us in the rest of the world, 1997 and everywhere else to the present. Pokemon is one of the biggest franchises I know, and it's still a big franchise today. Pokemon will always live in forever. Everyone's gonna remember Pokemon and Pokeballs and, you know, Brock and all those people. And it's just a great show to teach us about friendship and never giving up and following your dreams and passion, because you never know. And life is an adventure, as you see. And that's what we tend to forget. I still play the games. I don't really watch the anime. I just play the games because of the mega evolutions that they added, and I think it's pretty good. Yeah. Yep, I had to bring this up somehow. Everyone loves and still remembers Code Lyoko, and Code Lyoko Evolution I brought to number 2 on the list. Regular Code Lyoko's first episode date was September 3rd, 2003. It lasted 2008. For the spin-off series Code Lyoko Evolution, 2012 as its 5th season, 2012 to 2013 with a slight continuation of it in 2014, but officially over in 2014 with live action. Something that you probably did not know about Code Lyoko is it started off as Garage Kids. Garage Kids was basically the pilot for Code Lyoko. It is the same story, just a little bit different. Instead of being at Caddict, it's kind of like kids finding this computer in this abandoned garage, as we know as the factory. Everyone, this is my favorite show. Combines 2D and 3D animation, and the spin-off series was okay. The live action, they could have just used keep that as a cartoon is what I expected, but still, all in all, it's still a good show. You know, friendship and love and hope and all this, and fighting, you know, evil and Xana and the monsters, and you know, it's all fun. It's all good. And moving on to number 1, if you couldn't hear it, well, you're hearing it now. Avatar: The Last Airbender and Avatar: The Legend of Korra. See, this is where things start to get real life. This is like something I really personally liked. Avatar: The Last Airbender, the first episode was February 21st, 2005, and it lasted to 2008. And the spin-off series Avatar: The Legend of Korra started in 2012 and ended 2014. Avatar: The Last Airbender was a good show. It showed the story of Aang, which we all remember, him trying to learn elements. We had a big character turnaround with Prince Zuko actually becoming good at the end and helping Aang transform the world in what we know today as Korra, which is the spin-off series. Basically a continuation of 50 years later, and I think it's good, and I like the changes that they did and how the plot fixes on to with everything. As I said about Aang and Korra and all the people, it really brought out something, because you know, there's actually a time skip in Korra. I think it's 50 years later after Aang, and it takes place, we all know and remember, Republic City. Republic City is basically your New York or Los Angeles. It used modern times and realized bending, and they had like a revelation, and of course the airbender. Yeah, like I was saying, modern times, and you know, you got your New York or whatever, and the airbenders coming back. I just feel like it's a great collab of everything that we used to know and love, and that Korra is like the never give up, the try hard avatar. She never gave up, no matter how hard the challenges were. And pretty much, yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure most people have seen it, but like, it's It's what we all came to know and love as Cora and her hard whipping ass, hard attitude, and that's pretty much it. And that sums up my video for this week.